Hello everybody and welcome to my first video deck check. Today I wanna try to explain my Nupten deck for Ashen Pass that I have built it with and for Parolo that he has played this deck on last real game tournament on Genova. So we start. The core hero is Acuity. Acuity has two exhaustion. We all want two exhaustion on the deck because it's very good for remove slow and disarm from our heroes, or to change the enemy frenzy on disarm, on slow, and it's very good versus Leotan, of course, for remove the shapeshift status. The other two cards that Acuity has is Time Warp. Time Warp is the one of the two best yellow cards of the game, in my opinion. The second one is Redirect, of course. And Time Warp is very good for escape from enemy attack, or you can play Time Warp when everyone is are exhausted, and you can change the control point to from the dome to the mid, or from the mid to the dome, and this is can broke the enemy planning to control the lanes, so it's very good. Time Warp is the only -1 card modifier on this deck, and it is very good point to know, because we have Acuity in every game, and we don't want have more of two -1 cards on the deck, because we have to destroy 2 minions with his ability, and this is very important for us. Redirect is the best card probably on this deck, because it's a +1 modifier, is only 2 mana, so it's very strong on turn 2, and the turn 2, in my opinion, is the most important turn on Ashen Pass. And Redirect, you can change the target of the enemy attacks, you can change the target of the enemy spells to the outsider too, and this is very important because, for example, if Astrida casts a Song of the Siren to your heroes, you can change the target of the ultimate of Astrida to the outsider, and this is very powerful thing, because you completely counter one of the best ultimate of the cards. The last cards of Acuity is the 3 mana cards, because we need the 3 mana cards on the deck, and this is Soul Scream. Soul Scream is the best 3 mana cards of the yellow, because it does 4+ damage to each enemy and not each enemy hero, so you can destroy the pillars, you can destroy the illusion minions, and this is very good. The second hero is Accurate. I have built Accurate for the Tactician control matchup, and for when you probably will pick Accurate when you will play against a full control deck, and Accurate is very good because you can push out of the dome or inside the dome the heroes for winning the control point that for you is most important, and build one charm, because you probably the most of time of this matchup will be against the Leotan faction, so you have the third card that change or remove condition for the enemy hero. And yeah, you will have 3 presets. Of course, presence is the best card you want have on the tactician matchup, so probably you always will have it in your hand. And you will need more 3 mana cards. For this reason, we have it as 1 Chaz, 1 Twister of Souls, and 1 Wind Dust. Every card's Chaz and Twister of Souls can push the heroes. You have to remember that when you have Twister of Souls or Chaz in hand on turn 3, you literally can mathematically push someone out the dome in Ashen Pass, because with Twister or Chasm push 1x the enemy heroes on the perimeter of the dome, and with the ability of Wind Barrier you push out the hero from the dome. Now the very important hero for this deck will be Aburat and Seteru. We can start from Aburat. Aburat bid 3 fast cards. I choose to play 2 Swiftness because it's better on turn 1 because you draw a card, but he has +1 modifier and not +2. For this reason, I take 1 Time Glitch. Time Glitch will be the 3rd fast card for have more probability to have almost 1 card on 1 fast card in hand on the opening end, and is with 2 Exhaustion the 3rd card for remove the condition from your hero, for example Disarm. And so I choose this combination of cards. So we be 2 Burning Rage, we will have Frenzy. We don't want a lot of +0 cards in the deck, but Frenzy is not a +0. Frenzy is another 4 or 5++. So I mean, Burning Rage is the best card you can want on Aburat on turn 2. And we need more 3 mana cards for the lead. So 1 Dragon Punch, 1 Unstoppable. So another Frenzy and fast card with +1 modifier, so it's very good. And 1 Dragon Punch for clean the totem and clean the minions is very good. And I mean, you can try to make a double kill with Dragon Punch. Kinui is building for the most aggressive decks when there is Onslaught, because Kinui has 2 Psychic Vampirism, so you will play a lot of Bolt cards, and the Psychic Vampirism is one of the best healing cards on the yellow color, because you can literally refuel your heroes with Soul Scream, for example, because each enemy takes 4+, and you will heal your heroes 4+ for each enemy. So it's very, very important. You will need, of course, the Disarm cards. So 1 Migraine, 1 Redirect, 1 Snowblind. These 3 cards is 3 2-mana cards with +1 modifier that each card has a good effect on the enemy heroes. Migraine apply Disarm, Redirect can change the target of the enemy attacks, and Snowblind still apply Disarm on the AoE, so you can disarm more heroes. Chasm is very good, is the best 3 mana cards, is the best 3 mana defensive cards, of course, because you can push the heroes out line of sight for the attacks, so it's very good, and it's enough. Kinui is very, very normal defensive Kinui that can help our team. Seteru is our DPS. Seteru has 3 Shattermind that in turn 1 with his illusion is 4 damage. Very good. 2 Migraine that is Disarm for stay alive the poor Seteru, and with his illusion is 3 damage, so it's very good too. and I always want go first player for the flags, and will apply the Soul Scream on turn 2 from his illusion for 5+. Is the best opening on Seteru, in my opinion. So Seteru is our a lot of damage heroes. Shafati is a lot of damage heroes too, because he has 3 Doom. Doom is very powerful card. You can literally stop the healing cards from as Nourish or Shelter or Sacrifice. Is apply Mana Barn on target enemy heroes, and this is very good for prevent the defensive card when you choose to attack someone. So Doom is a reaction card, but one of the best useful you can do for him with it is before declare an attack action. So for example, if you want to attack with Aburat or Shafati someone, and you have fear and you are scared from Shove and Warp, I don't know, Charge, you before to make everything you have to play Doom, because with the enemy heroes as not mana, you can literally attack him with Burning Rage, for example, or another frenzy with no problems, and you will have safe to do that. So Doom is very versatile and very useful. 3 Nightmares Incarnate, of course, is the best bolt. I mean, 2 mana, 3 damage on target enemy, so you can destroy the pillar, you can destroy the illusion, you can destroy everything, and it's a +1 card, so it's very good. And 1 Jolly Refract, because with Refract you can do a lot of tricky playing. So Scream from the Seteru illusion, and someone else and can play Refract for 2 Soul Scream from the same Seteru illusion, and an enemy heroes take 4+ 2 times, so it's very good. Or Refract when your opponent casts Sinkhole and you cast Refract. So yeah, this deck is very solid, is very good. And now I wanna try Deathsider. Sorry, Deathsider is the Silent Ambassador, because it's very tricky on this deck, and up is low on the enemy heroes is very good. We can see that if you, for example, the modifier on this deck is 1 and 0.6, and the 2 mana is the average mana. This is very good because, as I have told a few minutes ago, in my opinion, the most important turn is the second, and I want a lot of cards that can change my second turn, so 2 mana is very important. And the +1 modifier is very good too, because we need to take and make a lot of damage. So this is not easy to do. I suggest to new players, when build is the new decks, to pay attention on this value, because it's very important to don't have less modifier for don't make a lot of damage, and it's important to have a lot of 3 cards for lead, because you can have a +3 average modifier for take a lot of damage, but if you don't have 3 mana cards for lead, and your opponent in Ashen Pass win 2 outsiders, you will take 3 attack, and your opponent will take 5 attack, because 3 heroes +2 outsiders. So it's very important for win almost 1 dome. I mean, now I wanna try to explain you how which are, in my opinion, the best combination of these heroes for the start opening first turn. A lot of times we will pick Aburat, and Shafati is the first hero, because we want the cards, and Shafati is a mage that when he will spawn from second or third turn is very good. So the less probably to pick are Kenui and Akrit. But now I will show you. The first turn and first combo turn that I have made a lot of times is Akuti in the middle, Aburat here, and Seteru here, and Shafati or Kenui or Akrit, or Kenui and or Shafati was fourth hero. Akrit is instead of Seteru or Aburat in control matchup, no? We know. So the first turn is very good. Is start with Aburat. You will put his illusion here, okay, or here, sorry. Move in the dome and place a lead of 3. So Aburat will have a lead of 3 cards, okay. Now we go with Akuti, and Akuti move, place his illusion, and destroy 2 minions, because you will attack this minion, and his illusion destroy this minion. When you if you don't want win the mid, you can use to trigger the Aburat illusion and put Akuti in the dome. This is very important because a Silent Ambassador is very useful for this matchup. And I will show you, because Seteru can make the same thing. Can go here, attack the last minion your opponent will have, trigger the Aburat illusion, put in the dome, and take a lead of 3. So if your opponent has 1 hero mid, you of course win this dome, and you can draw this dome. So you will win this outsider. You probably lose the mid. No problem for do that. No problem for do that, because Akuti is the best heroes you can have to stay alive the Nexus, because it destroys 2 minions and lead. So it's very important. I mean, this situation is particular because you have to see what your opponent does. So of course Akuti can stay here and not go in the dome. Depends by what your opponent does. But this Aburat illusion can let you make a lot of choice to win this dome or stay mid with Akuti. So pay a lot of attention. Now I just want to see you what can I do with Silent Ambassador. If your opponent, for example, I take Astrida because it's my favorite hero, so I wanted to use her. For example, Astrida is here, okay, and I mean, Silent Ambassador is very good for take this card. You can swap. Silent Ambassador is considered an enemy hero. So when you will use the War Mole ability, you can swap himself for another hero. So if you are the first player, it's very important for us to do that. Put one of the hero near Aburat. You can swap this. It's very good, this thing. If you have planning this displayed from the first activation, you probably go here with Aburat instead of here, and put his illusion here instead of here. Of course, you don't go destroy the minion with Seteru, because don't see the illusion, no, from the first turn. But never mind. Now you will start with 5++. If you want to do that, it's not obligatory movement, because you are of course near the enemy heroes, so from the second turn you can worship and attack. Astrida will be near the Abrat illusion, and you have 5++. So it's very important for us do that. This opening is very strong in my opinion, because Akuti probably don't lose the mid, and with the Abrat illusion you can literally choose which dome win. For example, another thing, if your opponent will have the Scourge of Widow, you can literally ignore this dome, because if you put Seteru here and you accidentally lose this dome, our Scourge of Widow destroys your Seteru with few seconds. So the best thing with you see Scourge of Widow and you don't want this you don't want to win this dome is completely ignore it, and you go here. If you spawn a Scourge, you can only move and no skirmish and okay, siphon or attack, but now your opponent will spawn the hero near the Scourge, so near from Seteru and Aburat. And up is low and take a lot of 3 damage with the Saint Ambassador is so good. I mean, this is my first video deck check, and I have tried to explain my deck list and my first turn with the triggered of Abrat illusion at the best I can. But please make me a lot of questions regarding this video, and I will recording a match with this deck for show you the Nupten on Ashen Pass, and I hope that I will make a lot of videos. For example, with the next video I can explain my Liotan Ashen Pass list, and it's all. I hope you have enjoyed this video, and please send me private message on Discord for every question, or comment this video on YouTube and I will reply to you with no problem. Thanks everyone, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.